Got halfway to work, then got a text coming 3 hours later. I really don't want to give army tradition away because I'm actually in the process of hiring generals and things. We could do the mercantilism, and mercantilism is really cheap for us to replace. We'll do that. Usually that would be a terrible idea, but thanks to Anglicanism we get mercantilism really, really cheaply. We also need a new advisor. Land maintenance modifier? Sure. Oh, level 6 fire. Nice. Train. Oh, you've all stopped training. Oh, probably because we're at war. Well, don't stop training. I have not given you permission to do so. Am I being privateered? A little bit in the North Sea. Not noticeably, no. Wow, Caribbean could really do with some more light ship work. Unfortunately, I'm out of ships. I'm out of sailors, more importantly. Although we will be gaining. We'll be gaining 5 sailors a month. Alright, are there any more dry docks that I could build? There are. Let's get those up. Manufactories? Yes. Let's get all of those done. Furnaces? No. There are some cathedrals. We want all the workshops. We want all the trade. In fact, we probably should have gone with the trade first. Never mind. Yeah, Nova Scotia Isles are claiming all of this stuff, which is great. They're going to have some very serious rebel problems after this war, but I think it'll be worth it. I've never seen an Indian nation survive this long and become this big. I feel a little bit bad about wiping them out. But really what's happening here is they're simply being integrated into the Greater Scottish Empire. Those were rebels. Stop training. Oh, Vishyanga still exists down here. I was thinking I already had Ceylon, because usually Ceylon is like the beginning of my invasion. I thought I P-switched her out already. Apparently not. Nova Scotia Isles. Good. So now I just need to wait for my diplomat to arrive again. Russia and France are no longer rivals, oh dear. I know what's coming next! The Franco-Russian alliance. Facing off against Scotland. Oi, that way. Go! Alright, squish. Good. Coring. No more cores. For the time being. Alright, so Chickasaw is completely dead. They did not claim the Cherokee territories. However, I can give those over. Although, those are in America. Nova Scotia Isles claimed all of it. I don't actually want Nova Scotia Isles to have all of it. So this is going to the United States. This is going to the United States. Can I change these? I can't. It's annoying that you can't change stuff of your vassals. Because I'd like to give the American territories to America. Not that one. Well, it's still in a straight line. They can have it anyway. Give me all the money. Oh, hang on. Isles have claimed a bunch of this. That's not what I wanted. That's not at all what I wanted. Damn it. I'm perfectly happy with the Isles owning that area. In fact, I might even give the Isles this stuff. Isles, 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 Isles. Lakes. Lakes, 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 lakes. Lakes, lakes, lakes. Right, then the Isles can have this. Isles, 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 Isles. Isles, 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 Isles. That would be lakes. No, these bits should go to America. United States. Fortunately, I couldn't afford that one. So be it. Yes, I can. There we go. Hopefully this works. Good enough. So next time I just need the United States to take all of this, and I need the lakes to take this. Because I do actually want the lakes to have a navy, and to be on the coast, slightly. And this means that the Isles are going to be quite a lot stronger than I'd intended them to be. So I need to keep an eye on their Liberty Desire. And Central Nova Scotia. I have a feeling I might have some independence problems in Victoria. I'm not actually sure how colonial independence works. Hey, Gale. Nope, the lake should not have a navy. That's part of their charm. Nova Scotia Isles declared war on Portuguese Colombia. I support your willingness to go and do that. Nova Scotia Lakes have got a assembly. There are 49%. Yeah, we are gonna have some independence issues. I kind of hope those trigger before Victoria, because I don't know how colonies are converted across. It's hard to distinguish the colonies from each other. Yeah, it's even harder to distinguish the Spanish ones from us. Like Castellan, Brazil over here, that's Castellan. That's the Spanish. South Nova Scotia, that's us. It was even worse up in America, where the borders were just completely a mishmash. Thankfully, we've centralized our control over this area. But at one point, like, half of this with really jagged borders was Castellan. I thought, actually, Castellan still owns a bit of Canada. Yo, Nova Scotia. You don't want to do anything about that? Nope. You can go off to French La Plata. Lakes, Isles, Nova Scotia, Nova Lothian, Highlands, Darien, Scotia, Central Nova Scotia. Alright, so we have a couple of wars going on. I really want Central Nova Scotia to go after French Mexico. So I might need to start fabricating some claims of my own and then give them to my minion. Or I could just go to war with France and steal them. The other one I really want is a Californian colony, though I think that's going to be harder to establish. More converting? Do it. And another colony. How close to being complete are you? Not very. I thought I had the ability to, ignore coring distance. I thought that would allow me to colonize the interior without actually having any of the borders, but apparently not. Because that would be one way of getting around our California issue. Nah. Grab some more land down here in Africa. Oh, that's an uprising. Should probably deal with that. Put you in a ship, send you over here. They take Timbuktu. Hard to tell. Oh, sorry, Zanzibar. No, they didn't. Timbuktu is on West Africa. Geography. Close to enforcing demands. Who? Where? What? I assume it's you. Yeah, it's totally you. Oh, they didn't even have any troops over here. I'll just go and take it. It's fine. Colony self-sustaining. Still not the one that I really want. I need this one to finish so I can block the French in. War games. Our generals have asked for the funds to conduct a massive military field exercise to reenact one of the classical battles. This would be quite costly, but would take up a lot of their time. But they insist it would provide valuable insights to them, be a good way to drill the troops, and perhaps intimidate our neighbours as well. 3,000. That's a pittance. Would also increase land maintenance modifier for 10 years. But it would increase my professionalism by 1% a year. That's actually really good. For 3 grand? Do it. Fairly new player, but not that new. Never got a campaign further than 1600 if you were to play a country in the Maghreb, which would be best. Mamluks. Mamluks are actually a really good fun game. Otherwise, Hormuz can be good. Oman can be good. Any of those. Let's finish coring some stuff. No, I'm not going to tax any of these any further. Brunei have announced Norway as a rival. Oh, that's because Norway rivaled them earlier. Oh, Maghreb's over there. Sorry, I had to double check where that actually was. Yeah, Morocco's a good choice. I knew it was the Middle East, but I wasn't sure exactly what part. And it turns out it's not actually the Middle East at all. It's North Africa. Yeah, Morocco. But honestly, the Mamluks can spread over there quite easily, as they have been. Mamluks are a really good fun game. Because you're in a position to be really quite powerful, you're also kind of in... You need to be the balance to the Ottomans. If you let the Ottomans expand out of control, you will not... Well, you will have a very hard time recovering from it, but the Ottomans are always going to be a big threat. And should Persia emerge? Persia could be too, so you're in a very interesting area. And yeah, like Miracle Tortoise is saying, Morocco is good because he can go colonial. You're also in a really good position to take over Africa. And their ideas aren't bad, from what I recall. Let me double check that. May raid coast. Oh yeah, you can do raiding. That's another source of income. Naval force limit plus 25%. Hostile core creation cost plus 50, so that makes it very hard to conquer you. And that does dissuade the AI from declaring war on you as well, which is quite nice. Attrition for enemies plus 1, trade efficiency plus 10, caravan power plus 20. So you're in a position to take a lot of the trade from West Africa through Timbuktu. Yearly naval tradition, privateer efficiency. Yeah, you can do a lot of shenanigans at sea. Cavalry combat ability plus 10, looting speed plus 10. Yeah. Galley combat ability plus 10, global trade power plus... Sorry, galley combat ability plus 20 would mean that you can rival Genoa or Venice. I mean, Venice will still put up a hell of a fight, but you would be able to fight back over the Mediterranean. Then diplomatic relations plus 1 means you can add more allies. You don't have Cossacks or Cradle of Civilization. Cradle is worth getting. What's Cossacks give? Cossacks is just the estates, isn't it? Yeah, you can do without that. Here for DLC. I just want to double check to see what Cossacks gives. Estates, diplomatic feedback. The manual setting of stuff is quite nice, but it's not necessary. Yeah, if you're going to be doing anything with the Mamelukes, you want Cradle of Civilization. The Islamic schools will also be of benefit to you. Yeah, if you're going to be playing anything with the Muslims, Cradle of Civilization is definitely one to look at, I have to say. Is this from a mega campaign? No. Although I might well import this into Victoria afterwards. No, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't judging. I'm just saying if you intend to do something with the Mamluks, you might want to hold off until you can pick it up cheap in a sale or something. Colony is finished. I can cut off France. Yes! No! I have no colony. Wait. What? Where is he then? Oh, I fell for the stupid didn't wait a day thing. Alright, I'm just going to recall you, wait a day, then I can send him here. Boom! No, 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 stupid French. Core conversions are being finished. Scotland's becoming more Scottish. And Mamelukian separatist. That's going to be an... Ooh, shit. Yeah, Suez. Alright, that is something I definitely need to respond to. Let's go and throw you guys on a ship and send you over there. $30,000 men going to be enough? Yes. Definitely. Why are you just chilling over here? What trade are you protecting? That looks suspiciously like you're protecting Alexandria. I'm going to send you to the Caribbean. As soon as I find it. Because we definitely needed to control more of that. Why don't I form Great Britain? Because Great Britain always appears, and I think it's hilarious to see Scotland taking over the world. Aw, Admiral died. It's too bad. She was good. Coffee houses banned. The introduction of coffee to Scotland has hit the nation by storm with coffee houses. Oh, we're definitely banning them. You're not drinking tea. Alright, we're doing all of that. Those are sorted. Can I harsh treatment you into submission? Yes. What about you? That's a bit more expensive. We're not going to do that one. Because I'm still trying to get the harsh treatment to get my absolutism up. Although it's still really low. So it kind of looks like 20 points of absolutism for 1 point of discipline. And 10 admin efficiency. That's good. So if I got to 60 absolutism, that's plus 3% discipline and 30% admin. Nice. Bethan Mackenzie suspects neighbours. Having a spy master in our employ has certainly contributed to our intelligence gathering abroad, but Bethan Mackenzie sometimes coordinates counter-espionage as well. Recently, his investigations have uncovered a conspiracy that could only be the work of one of our neighbouring countries. Which neighbour is behind it remains unclear, but the constant exchanges of information would require those behind it to be close by. Bethan Mackenzie is prepared to round up and harshly question a number of foreign officials who might be involved, but conflicting theories and culprits leaves it up to the Emperor to decide who to target. Our neighbours will probably not appreciate the accusations, but something needs to be done. And fast. Go ahead and piss off the Mamelukes. We've already thrashed them in one more. You know what we need? Alternate colours and flags depending on who you form a country. Yeah, it wasn't really about being yellow. It was simply... I wanted to play as Scotland. And I think it's hilarious that Scotland is taking over half the world instead of Britain. Donald Cochrane. Troops feel good when they know a good person is directing operations. Donald Cochrane is probably the greatest military mind our army has ever seen. That's a lot of morale. Prestige is still pretty good, so I'm going to take the admin. Conversion successful. Keep it up. Still at 77%. Ah, there is so much to do. Right. So that should be the Egyptian threat dealt with. Yup. Hey, Mystery Potato. I think we may well be reaching the point where I can start thinking about who we want to go after next. Oh, crikey. That's a lot of rebel problems. Should probably deal with that. Why aren't you training? How's the professionalism looking? That should be going up, yeah, really quickly at the moment. Good. Besides, Scotland's way better than GB. So says Nicola Sturgeon. Why would she lie? Why indeed. Oglala has been done. Good. Alright, so with that, I'm going to say that my work in the Americas is done. So we're going to head over here to Africa again. Oh right, we didn't have a colonist doing Oglala. Fine. Wouldn't it be funny if I owned Constantinople? Yeah, but to what end? I don't think Scotland's ever had any wish to own Constantinople. There is no link to the Roman Empire or anything like that. Proudly so. Alright, we'll let you recover for a bit. You're fighting stuff. Split you in half to take over there. Split you out as well to go and take over Denmark. And then split you in half to go and take over Johor. But not Bintan, also known as Singapore. Religious action. We need more mercantilism because I had to spend some to deal with my parliament. Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, Cold Rage is our new moderator. Decided that we needed to have a little bit more official representation in chat. To keep you lot in line. Admin. Do I want to spend some more admin on religious ideas? Or do I want to go on another conquering spree? There's what? 23 years until the end of the game. I mean, I don't want to hurt the other powers too much. I'm actually sorely tempted to end the series soon. And then just convert over to Victoria. But we're only an hour and a half into this stream. Because the other benefit of converting now would be less of Africa would be colonized. I know it's only a tiny bit here, kind of on the fringes, but that means there's going to be more of a rush, more of a scramble for Africa when that occurs. How's the loyalty? Loyalty is sufficient. And this would also mean a bit more of America is left to colonize. Which honestly is just going to mean like Russia's going to take all of this. In fact, did Russia lose a war to Castile? Because I could have sworn Alaska was a lot bigger than one province. 3, 4, 5. They have exactly the number of provinces they need. Oh no, they have this bit too. Never mind. Well, I think at the very least I'll wait for this colony to be finished. Plus there are a couple of wars still ongoing. So yes, we will grab that. Especially as we're in a golden era and ideas come cheap. Wow, Nova Scotia Isles basically wiped out Colombia. And Darien Scotia has grown big enough to be pretty much self-sustaining. More conversions done. We need to go and fight these people. In fact, the other thing that I would need to do soon is culture convert. I have essentially got 3 years until we're just out of time to culture convert stuff. So how much of this is actually Scottish? Oh, it's not actually going to show us what's Scottish. Oh yes it is. Goes down to there. I mean Lancashire at the very least should be Scottish. Oh, Lancashire's already converting. Should I leave Mordor as the only English province to really make them stick out and feel bad? Oh, this culture conversion stuff is expensive. Nah, I don't think I'm going to bother with that. It was mostly for the lols. Plus I have a king in power at the moment who is absolutely atrocious. Oh, that's the other thing. I have an atrocious king on the throne right now. I kind of need to try and get rid of him if I can. Because I'd really like Arthur Stewart to be in charge when we convert. Which is doable.